So the plastering between all the plasterboards downstairs is finished. That is a socket where it was put in the wrong place and we have to move it over a bit. And then we've got one socket in. We've not wired it up, it's just literally the metal backing of the socket is in there. So I thought I'd do a little rundown on what we've got so far. So this is like a functional kitchen area. We've got my mum's table with the microwave and the water and stuff, the kettle on a cardboard box, and then our cleaning stuff over here. Cleaning products also in this cupboard, and then this is coffee stuff and dog food. So that's the mess we're currently dealing with, but that's life when you're renovating. So we're going to be building a wall and a door across this part, so we haven't moved the cupboard all the way along, but it's basically in the right place now. My mum put sockets in for us. They're not wired in, she just cut the hole in the wall and like pushed them in. This one is going to be a cooker socket with like a plug and then a cooker switch, so the cooker and the extractor fan will go onto it. So we've moved this one over because this one's going to be our USB plug, that one is going to be our cooker plug, and then on the new wall we're going to build, we're going to have one more for the microwave. It's annoying that it can't go three in a nice line here, but that is a solid brick wall, so we can't have it inset, and I'd rather have it inset. But my mum has had the genius idea to write that this is the fridge freezer, this is the size we want, a slightly bigger fridge, so this is going to be the size of a new fridge that we get. Then this is one counter, the cooker, and then another cupboard, and then another cupboard. So yeah, all of the plastering's been done. I need to sand that today. We moved this plug, which was just dangling down here, we just moved it into the wall. So that we can kind of put it behind and have it inset in the middle here, but we've got a plasterer coming to do the ceiling, so we had to get the wire off of the ceiling, like just dangling down. So I think that's almost everything we've done for now. We are talking about where to move this light because I don't know if you can tell that it's not central. Like roughly the corner of the square that's cut out of the ceiling, that's the center of the room. So this is like very off center, and down here is very, very dark, so we want to move it like closer to here-ish, like up there, but we're not sure how to do that without breaking the ceiling. So that's fun and games. And Lauren bought me some eucalyptus to hang in the shower. When you were cottage, you got gay. So these are all the wire and plug bits we got. I got these ones that had the grey writing. Then this is our cooker switch. Again, no annoying giant red cooker switch. And then these USB plugs. Annoyingly that is red, but oh well. And I don't know if you can tell, these plugs kind of curve at the wall, and then they've got little white bits in there to cover up the screw holes. So they should look really nice and neat.
So I know that one. I don't really know what it is. Which one? There we go.
It's gone. Snip.
It still gives us a bit to play with.
So it's the first time I've wired a light socket in. I did it wrong the first time, but I've done it now, I think. Woohoo, it works. You can't, I haven't turned it on because I think we have to do this one, so we've turned the electric back off, but we turn it on for a second and it works.
But hey,
Who cares, you know?
oh!
What?
Got a bit of exposed wire.
Don't want that. So we've now got a working USB plug, which is going to be over our breakfast bar, and our washing machine's going to plug in one side, and then we have the other plug spare. And then we moved the light from here to here, and my mum, the professional she is, has shoved a bunch of bits of plasterboard in there with no more nails so that we can plaster over it. Because we're having a plasterer do the ceiling, because that is too much for an amateur. We're camping out in here because we have plasterers downstairs. I haven't filmed any of the process because I'm not going to go and ask someone if I can film while they're working, and I forgot to film the in-between last night, but the ceiling was all green with prep stuff. So we're going to have a nice plastered ceiling hopefully by today, and then paint it tomorrow. And so I'm playing Sims to entertain myself while locked in my bedroom, in my living room, and Lauren's sleeping. We're doing a big clear out today. This is all we've got in our kitchen at the moment, this and then this bit here, because the plasterers came and it looks so good. It's just drying, so the light bit's dry and the dark bit's still wet. But it looks so good, and we have to take everything out of these shelves so that it can be completely empty and all the shelves can be taken out in order to do the pipe, because if you see it can go, it's stopped at the moment, but we've got to put another piece so that it goes all the way under the stairs along and up to the cooker that's going to be here to do the gas. So all of our coats have got very dusty over this whole process, so I'm putting all them in the wash, and then we're just putting our cooking supplies and stuff like that in this plastic box up in our bedroom just for now. And then out here is more plants, cooker with cleaning stuff and kettle inside, a cupboard, then our cooker, our shopping bags, and then some kitchen bits and bobs, so it's a bit of a mess out here. So we're putting all of our food that needs to be sealed away from the dogs in this big plastic crate, trying to empty this one as much as possible, and then we've got like our baking stuff, herbs and spices, and then like pantry bits that we are gonna pop in there and take upstairs. So a lot of this footage is really messed up. I don't know what I haven't filmed it, it's been a bit crazy. But we had the ceiling plastered and I couldn't really film any of the process because we had professionals in. But you can see this dark patch here where it's still wet is where it had to be really thick, because this was one room and this was another. And there was like a dip where the ceilings were different heights, and they've evened it all out and straightened it. So they've had to put a lot here, but it looks so good. I don't know if I have any video, but I will insert some photos of the before because this is crazy different. Like it's all just gonna look like this, and then we're gonna paint it white. Obviously we moved this light from over here, you can't see the hole where it was obviously, but it was here, and we've moved it over to here so it's a bit more central in the room. We put in a USB plug. We are gonna trace the wire from here, like get rid of this plug because who's going to use a plug on the ground in a kitchen. So we're going to get rid of that plug and kind of trace it underneath this cupboard through the back and behind these two sockets, because we were going to trace it from this cooker plug but the wire isn't live or something. But the job for today is to knock down this wall. For some reason my mum knocked one brick out and just left this pile of rubble that my dog has been taking bits of because she loves stones. And then this part of the wall, I don't know how obvious it is, but oh yeah, it's two completely different depths and very messy, and we want it to look nice and smooth like the rest of these walls. This is the pipe for the washing machine, and we've just unscrewed it from the wall and it stands on its own unsupported, so we can now knock down this wall. But that's obviously coming through because there's plumbing in the bathroom and stuff. I don't really understand how plumbing works, but we're gonna have the washing machine plumbed in here under the breakfast bar, and then we're gonna have a sink plumbed in here, like a counter coming out like this, and then this whole space being used as a sink. So I broke a bit of wall I wasn't supposed to break. Oops. Fuck. But that's it, a little more open now. This is kind of what we're gonna have, and then we'll obviously level all the floor. So it'll all be a one room. I'll just keep going, I guess. I can't unbreak it. So this whole wall is knocked down now. Annoyingly, I knocked off a bit extra, so we're gonna have to fill that. I kept the brick that I knocked off in case we can stick it on. I really don't know, but woohoo!
Sparks are what starts fires. Right, bye then.